Guys, guys, don't lose me. Guys, okay. Well, I will tell you about that statue. Can you see the statue over there on those trees? That white statue? It's actually made from one of these granite rocks. And the artist was representing this king, actually, the Ferdinand II, but in this case, as a soldier, as a knight, holding a spear, facing his palace, defending his own palace. Okay, so you can see it's called the statue of the warrior, or the warrior statue. That one over there. So it was made from only one of these granite rocks. From one rock, they did all that. It's pretty impressive. Let's continue. So please gather here in front of this friendly face. The gentleman here is waiting for you. He's angry. Well, this one we call it the Triton's door, or the Triton's portic. Triton because of the creature, the mythological creature you find up there. A Triton, half man, half fish. And just for you to have an idea of how talented this king was, this artist king, it was him, Ferdinand II, the one who did the sketch. He was the one who drew all this, okay? And then the artists, the masons, they did it, they carved the stone. But the whole image that you see here came from his mind. And this was a way of him representing what they believed. Well, by that time, they believed that all life, we were talking about the evolution of life, and by that time they believed that all animal life came from water to earth, okay? So here you see a clear separation of all these sea elements, water elements, the shells, the corals, even half of that creature's body, which is a fish, and then all earth elements on the top. Human figure on the top, the branches, the leaves, the grapes, okay? So all those are earth elements, okay? So that's what he wanted to represent with this beautiful and emblematic door here, the Triton's door. From here we can find some other interesting things. Of course, the whole wall covered with these Moorish tiles, geometric forms, as you can see. The Moors, of course, they were Muslims. This is new Moorish art, okay? This was made all by Christians already, but it's representing the Moorish art. And because they were Muslims, they were not allowed to represent any human or animal figures. So that's why many times on this kind of art you find these geometric forms. Sometimes you find leaves or flowers or plants, so that they could represent. Okay. Also, the neo-manual style we find here. We talked about manual the first today already. I told you it's a kind of a late Portuguese style, Gothic style, but with a lot of elements related to the navigators, the sea, the ships. Okay, so here we find the ropes of the ships. These ones here, okay? Again, the corals and the shells are also sea elements. So it's also related to that manualing style. And also on this window here, you find those two spheres. Can you see these two spheres? So these ones are very important. We always find these spheres on this manualing style, and whenever we talk about manual the first, we always find these. These ones were called armillary spheres, and they were navigation instruments, okay? So in the past it was a way of navigating on the seas, reading the stars. It was almost like the microcosmos, the micro-universe. That's how they were reading the stars. Well, usually we go to that other side to enjoy the view. It was one of the reasons why he built the palace here. But some days we get this mist. We will try to see a little bit. It's going to be windier over there. But I also want to show you the chapel. Okay? So the chapel, you can always see it. Not a problem.
I got it.
Now you get a call. Okay?
Yeah, the Saracens, Today is very windy and very misty here. But I can tell you what happened here. Well, unfortunately today we don't have the view, but we have other things to see. Don't worry. Up there's the chapel, which still is pretty much the original one from the 16th century. So what happened here on the 16th century, way before the construction of this palace, was that our King Manuel I, the same one I was telling you about before, he was hunting here on these woods, this mountain range, and from here he looked to the sea, and he saw on that same day he saw all the ships coming from India with Vasco da Gama as the main navigator, of course, and he was very happy with that. Of course, that was a sign for him. They were successful, and he decided to build here as a way of thanking. He built here that monastery, the chapel. It was an active monastery for many years, and then, well, a lightning first destroyed part of the monastery, and then later in 1755 the earthquake destroyed a big part of that monastery. So it got abandoned, that monastery, and that's why Ferdinand II, when he gets here, finds the ruins of that monastery and part of the chapel that had been destroyed. And he decides to build from those ruins. He makes all this, okay? So that's why the red part is the oldest part, okay? That's also why inside the palace you'll see some small rooms, because they are using parts of a monastery structure, and monasteries, they don't have big rooms, okay? So you'll be surprised of some rooms, they are quite small. But up there on that chapel, we will see some interesting things. We can start going up. You will see some tombs of nobles that gave money to help with the construction of this. And doing that, of course, they were earning the right of burial. They could be buried here.